Hey, what's going on, everyone? See, we can't find a bottom today. JNUG fell over. Let's see. Daily chart. See where we're at. Got plenty of support coming on in all the way to 17. So while miners are coming in, let's just look at what's going on here. Missed it. Gap and runs. CRTV. For a retracement. Looks like a retracement came back in. Look for previous high breaks. This one's got a lower high, so watch out. It's going to take out that other high. Nothing really. Dollar's still moving off the bottom. Let's look at the daily chart. Look for a flat top break for the dollar on the daily. Nice reverse head and shoulders. Again on the monthly. Looking for a bearish retracement back into resistance in and around 97. See where that stops out. Looks like I got maybe a double top working on the S&P. Maybe. Not a lot of support holding this thing up. I mentioned in my weekly update a rising wedge. Let's see how that pans out here. We got support laying there at previous highs, the 8 right there sitting at 25.55. See what happens. It's gonna come down sometime. VIX is gearing up for some volatility. Look at that. Over the 8 into the 8. Watch for the flat top break on the VIX. So far, a falling star opening on the Dow. That doesn't look good either. See how the day ends. Looks like NASDAQ put a reversal bar in yesterday. That there is a hanging man right at the top. Watch for the break below previous highs. Crude should be pumping. Looks like it's already hit a high today. This one's bouncing off of support. What's up, Steely? Good morning. Not much going on. Here we have OGEN, low volume popper. CYTX is gearing up. No volume yet. Roca keeps popping its head on its highs. Let's see, gold. A bunch of people saying that there's a bunch of bearishness on the gold market, but long-term chart says there's plenty of support. And it looks like the weekly hit 2-bar reversal into support. I got a nice hammer down here into resistance, back into support. Just a little back and forth action. Make sure we don't make a lower low. Hold that support. I think it looks great. It's like coming off of support on the daily now as the 8's crossing over the 13 for a little splash. Silver, same thing. Let's hold 17. Weekly has a nice reverse head and shoulders. Nice bounce on the right shoulder. Made a high, came back into support now. So I think these will be the weekly lows. Copper, jeez. Copper broke previous highs. I didn't see that until just now. Very nice. No back and forth action on the miners. Chinook's got to get it back above 18. Show some strength. Yeah, VIX looks good. Bring some volatility back into the market. We need it. Yeah, they are. It's too hard to figure out any kind of correlations. Hanging on by a thread on JNUG. Little head fake on USLV. Into resistance, back into support. Into resistance, back into support. It's a good way to put it. Ain't not much going on today. No. A bunch of got a bunch of money in JNUG there, Steely. See if we can't find what's going on here. Pretty nice bounce. $60 minutes looks pretty good. Coming out of an oversold situation. Nice volume on the open. 2-bar reversal in the next 12 minutes. Looks good. Holding above 18. Little shakeout on the open. That's pretty good. Here she blows. 60-minute chart looks healthy. Coming out of oversold on the 60-minute chart. Should run for the rest of the day, it looks like. I keep forgetting to go over there. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even remember where it's at. I gotta remember these things. It's gotta be in here. No, it's not in this. Yeah, they do repeat all the time, don't they? Got a falling star here on the 1 minute. Let it come down into support again. TRXC. That is certainly on fire. There's a monthly chart right there. Boom, boom, time over the 34 on the monthly. Very big move. Nice little consolidation. You can see the accumulation pattern there. Higher highs, higher lows. There's no way I would chase that right now, but it'd be fun if I was in it. HTGM poking its head up. Right outside that pattern. It's got a volume breakout as well. It's like 245 was the break. So let it make sure you hold 245 on the way in. It's like get a nice ride out of that. Nice volume break on the open. I can't find your post, Steely. Oh, never mind, I found it. Maybe. I don't see anything in here. IBIO is going to try again. So it broke out yesterday and came all the way back in for the close. Chain hook all the way back in support again. Crazy animal. I don't know where you're posting at, Steely. I can't find it. I'll find it later. HTGM is the best one I see. Looks like it's going to come back in now. IMUC just poked its head up 40 cents. See what it's got. No volume. Previous high breaks on the 60-minute, be nice. Lots of volume coming in on the IMUC. J-Nug after the fall over, it needs a lot of help here. It's bearish retracing now. Over the 34 back into resistance. Or under the 34. Tards? Rusty tards? All right. Oh, now I see him. I found him. Rotisserie stick. Lots of work to do on JNUG, but it looks like it's going to pull it off. Got to take out that falling star on the way back up. It's doing a good job on the bounce. Which one's a different site? Hip chat? No, I was looking somewhere else. Rusty Tards? Could be. Could be a hit. Ain't nothing going on today. JNUG slow as a bug today. All the miners are down. I suspect that oil should be kicking too, though. Coming off the bounce. Let's see what's going on here. I'll probably have to update my list. Let's do that right now. Yeah, JNUG did not hold support, bearish retraced. The last line of defense on a flat bottom. Got a nice open. And they crushed it. That falling star is the heavy hitter. You'd like to think so, but I don't see that too often anymore because the dollar was coming down for a very long time and gold and silver did not react. So, I mean, if gold and silver went up as far as dollar went down, we would be much higher. And none of that happened. Oh yeah, Steely, you're in the right place. I found you. It's in the group. I was looking somewhere else. Rusty Trades is the group name. Yeah, you're all right. You're just fine. I'll have to look at your charts though, try to decipher what you're talking about. So that'll take me a minute. But True Grit, I wish it was that easy because, yeah, the dollars, I mentioned it in my weekly update, the dollar's going up. So yeah, the gold and silver have been coming down, but that's hardly ever the case when we really want silver and gold to go up because the dollar's been coming down for a very long time, a few months. BCH, yeah, I imagine BCH is going to be picking up the pace. It's got a volume breakout and everything, doesn't it? Up 20%. Comes JNUG off the bounce. Last line of defense on a double bottom now. Staying above the inverted hammer on the bottom. There's BCH for you. I don't have a backfill capability or real time right now because I'm going to switch over everything, but you can see the pop there on the daily chart. Weekly chart should be coming off a very low. We got previous highs coming in, or previous lows coming in at 6.5. So lots of resistance. I don't have a backfill. I don't think that would be right, will it? I don't think it's right. No, it's a few ticks off. Yeah, that's true. It used to be that easy. I don't think it's that easy anymore. It's hard to find that correlation, what's going on in the markets. I think it's all just convoluted now. It's a derivative of a derivative of a derivative, and it's extended way beyond comprehension for the regular the regular trader. You got to be in the know. A lot of people talking about the dollar, not just the dollar. It's got the euro and the yen mixed in with it. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on out there. Bitcoin's way down. I think that Bitcoin's headed for consolidation. I hope it consolidates because we do have a double top now on Bitcoin. So a little sideways action and then pop right over 6 grand. Let's see. Where was my stock venture? Let's see if I can get this to work. Tesla HB NH PED. Where the hell? Take me a minute to figure this out. Stupid Microsoft. Wanted me to try the newest version of Excel. Like, it's so much different than 10 years ago. Thanks, but no thanks, buddy. Medical. Always going back to medical here. RXII. Was that yours, Maria? If you're there, wasn't RXII yours? Looks pretty good from here. Over the 34, back into the 34. Watch for previous high breaks. What's up, Bill? Haven't seen you in a bit. XXII. All right. Yeah, I guess you can say gold and silver are up after inflation. I think we're worried about tit for tat though, because dollar has been coming down that whole time. Gold and silver did not react as such all the way. But just by gold moving the way it did, I bet you it did go up more than the dollar. It's just too hard to tell though. I just read the charts, try not to find correlations. But we knew the dollar was coming back up. It's going to be in that bearish trap on the monthly. It's going to bearish retrace all the way back into resistance. The 8's crossing over now on the monthly chart. So everyone's going to start screaming, oh, the dollar is bullish again. Time to buy the dollar. And then the trap. Trap is set. Price is going to move into it. Looks bearish for the very long term. Bullish for the short term. Anything could happen. But it looks bullish into resistance, 96, 97, that 34 hanging tight up there. Looking for the turn on gold and silver. Need to stay above our hammer on gold, 1280. I think silver's just doing a real quick one. There you go. And the K is still above 1 or 2. I think work's going to be very boring today. I'm going to look up your your GAN tapes. Yeah, S&P and the Dow went positive. Slippery little snakes. Just looking at a reversal bar on the open and then all of a sudden pop. Look how high that is, straight up. Unsustainable. Oh my God. Why don't they let it reach? I don't get it. This whole bubble scenario. Why don't they let it retrace, consolidate, go sideways for a couple years and let all the averages catch up and let the market breathe. This thing's gone straight up. When it crashes, it's not going to be very pretty. Absolutely not pretty. You think that'll happen? Pay taxes just because the dollar went down and we have to enjoy the capital gains? That's insane. Oh, these ones without any volume are killing me. Yeah, that's hyperinflation. You're right about that. I think we are hitting hyperinflation. Well, we won't know it until something drastic happens, and then overnight we're not going to know what everyone's just going to be. Oh, yeah, didn't see that coming. It's always like that. Yeah, it would seem that the Dow Jones is keeping up with inflation. for sure. They say once inflation gets out of hand, they won't be able to control it. They've been trying to control it. This managed central banking system is managing all this inflation. And I don't think they can. I think it's getting out of hand for them. I think Trump's right. We need the dollar lower for the longer term to, what was it, to invigorate exports. It's a nice reverse head and shoulders on the dollar. So, yeah, it's been pretty bad. BLK, anyone know BLKCF? Anyone know that? Some blockchain on the equities, something out of Canada. Global blockchain technologies. What did you say? It was going to be 17 in 2 weeks, Bill? Plenty of support. I don't think it'll go that low, but it's coming out of oversold on the 60-minute chart, so I don't think it's going to go this low, that low. I think on the daily chart you can see the reverse head and shoulders here, and the right shoulder coming all the way back in. It's got to hold support, otherwise you're right. The pattern has to break though. Nice previous high break coming on there. You're both right. For sure, for sure. But before I say yes to the 17, it's got to break down that pattern. Some nice little reversal pattern here after the blow off top. It's gathering its legs and trying again here shortly. OSTK looks good, Maria, for a previous high break on that daily. No volume today. No volume, no volume, no volume. KMG has a previous high break, volume break as well. I'm going to add this BLKCF, blockchain something, something, something. A blockchain technology. What is this all about here? It's a manager of startup blockchains and digital currencies out of Canada. We will see. It does have to get a bunch of volume to break that high, though. Been running up for months. Nice volume on the end there. Could just bust on through. Yeah, it does have 3 wicks. You're right. It does have a higher high though. Nice volume coming in on the intraday. So it could be a good one to watch. Nice accumulation phase there. Could do it. S&P's back negative. Let's rock and roll this thing out. It's forming a falling star on the daily, or the 4-hour chart, excuse me. No, that's not a falling star. So far, a lower high on S&P. Dow Jones still hanging 10. NASDAQ's got that nasty old reversal bar up there, hanging above. Watch out below when it breaks previous highs. Gold. Nice volume on the low. I'm going to take out this reversal bar on the upside right there. Don't see much of anything going on today. Gold and silver coming back in. EXLLF, something to watch as I got a lower high. It's coming into the end of the pattern. Lower highs, higher lows, into the pinch. EXLLF, PZG, got slaughtered back into its hole. Put back. Damn. Good one day, Worse the next. CHNR, look at that previous high break coming back into support now. That's a pretty nice one. It's got a volume break as well. CHNR. Broke the previous highs, came back into support. Let it come all the way back in if you want. Good OBV, straight up. Nice volume today. $60-minute chart. Gold, they overextended that pretty well. Silver, I got a 2-bar reversal on silver. Into the 8, over the 8, into the 13, back into the 8 for support on the hourly. Knock these back pretty hard. Coming across now on the 60-minute chart. At the double bottom. Hold the previous highs. Little flat top break across the 34. Here we go, 18 again. It's nice. Nice little hammer forming on the 60-minute chart for JNUG. Damn, JNUG, slow down. I'll catch up to you. Just gotta take out this double top at 1817. I'll be right back. Back again. The Dow Jones gains against the S&P again. I'm just not so sure about this. You got a lower high on the 60-minute. Dow Jones. Got myself a double top here. Couple wicks. I think volatility is coming back here real soon. It's going to be busting out of that 34. 2-bar reversal into the 34, back into the 8. Watch for the previous high breaks about 1050. Boom, boom. It's been accumulating really nicely. J curving it. Make sure you hold support on EXLLF. Looks like 167 or so. No volume. Coming off a double bottom for JNUG. Over resistance back into support. Make sure support holds. Got to build. BCH PTC makes a new high. Not much going on over here. Checking out oil. Oil's bouncing off the weekly where crude is. So waiting for a bounce on everything else over here. Maybe some new highs on some stuff. But other than that, I haven't seen nothing. Mentioned this one this morning. XPIO broke out, came all the way back into support. Look at that nice little U forming here. Watch for previous high breaks. IBIO climbing that wick. Could be a nice one. Looking for volume. JNUG offer support. Broke previous highs again. Here we go. Let's get this thing running. Nice volume kick. Looking at 60-minute chart, looking for it's coming out of oversold, so I'm looking for something crossing the 13 at least into the 34 on the 60-minute chart. Nice hammer forming. Let's take out the top of that hammer. Cross the 13. Well, I keep referring to the monthly. Damn, look at the volatility. It's kicking. S&P's coming down quite a bit more. Another point. Dow Jones looks like that hit a high. NASDAQ's fallen off. 60-minute chart on the Dow. We got a double top now. Lower high, double top. $60 minutes. Stupid gold. Silver's trying still. Nothing yet. Well, I keep referring to the gold and silver monthly chart. It's ready. We had the head fake. We had the double top head fake. And then watch for the third time across that resistance. Into resistance, back into support. Into resistance, back into support for a shorter turn. So I'm looking for the 60-minute chart to turn. Start building. Right across that resistance. This thing's way overextended on the 60-minute chart. See how straight down that is. I need some kind of a 2-bar reversal on the 60-minute, and then we can start building. Silver's got a 2-bar reversal. It's got to keep pace, though. Yep, it sure did. 60-minute chart. I don't think it's reversed yet, but watch 50% rule on the way down. Hold 50% for momentum reasons of the previous long candle. Make sure we hold previous highs, otherwise we're confirming that 2-bar reversal. It's hanging on a limb. Yeah, that's a concept for every stacker out there. Just continuously averaging in. I've been neglecting my physical metals purchases every month just because I want to put some money into cryptos and get established over there. I figure a couple more months, but I do have enough gold and silver to be satisfied if something bad happens. JNUG trying to hold on to support at 18. Don't know what the problem is, JNUG. Seemed like you had it. Now it's flirting with support again. I got a double bottom at 1775. It's got to hold. Stupid JNUG. Yeah, they can't raise interest rates, and they can't. They got all. What do they got? $4 trillion in bad assets. Talk about a bad corner. Well, it's bearish retracing now on the 1 minute. It's got to do something impressive to get out of its little downturn here. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Let's see if they can't keep that up. MGCD, it's just building. It's for the previous high break. Spike low and just let her rip. No volume at all. Stupid JNUG. You can see the breakdown, cross the 34, back into the 34, and now the falling ball. Follow the bouncing ball. Got to hold support at 1775. Let's see what happens when we get there. So that 60-minute chart looks good for a turn, but it keeps getting rejected. See that 60-minute chart, the double bottom working on the 1 minute. Let's hope we don't get rejected here. It could just fall over. I'm still stuck in MAID in cryptos, Poloniex. Can't decide what it's going to do. It keeps going back and forth above 7. Back and forth, back and forth. Wondering what it's doing. I lose my patience and I end up selling. So same patterns that blow out of there, man. It's just huge. Thing is, they start this move before they open. So it's almost impossible to catch them unless you're already in. I like this IBIO. Broke out, came back into support. Now the double back. It needs a lot more volume, but it's promising. Nice little U curve here after the break. Over the 34, consolidating U. I like that. It's on its high still. This one looks impressive for a nice push right across resistance. Whoa, IBIX, LBIX. What are you hollering about, Maria? LBIX? Looks like they turned pretty hard on that daily. PRELF. I'm looking at a lower high. Looks like it went into support and busted out, came back into support again. I would try to stay above 3 on the next round. If it doesn't get up there swiftly, it's not going to, it looks like it's going to come back into support. I'm looking at a falling star. It broke previous highs. And it's really hard to say. Momentum's down. I got a lower high. I'd like to see it above previous highs. It's on its lows. I don't know. Too early to say. It's got to bounce. You're getting a turn on the 60-minute chart across the 30 or the 13. It's coming into the 34. It's got to bounce here, or it's just going to fall over. Consolidate underneath the 34. That's a huge falling star up here on the hourly chart. I think it has a lot of work to do, Maria. It's on its lows. It's having trouble. I think it was just after it pumped, everyone was selling. I got two falling stars crossing over, plus now the cross over the 13, the 8's crossing over. Hope you took some profits off the top. PRELF. Where is it? Previous high breaks came in on PRELF. Yeah, but before you didn't have the momentum cross. 8 over the 13. Looks like I got trouble on my computer here. I got stalled out. True Grit, you better get on that. You're not missing much, I don't think. Yeah, JNUG's trying to find support. You got a double bottom, but it's getting closer and closer for a pop. Yeah, I know. I don't think that it's not liking me at all. Something happened. PRELF, I don't know if you can see my screen because it's certainly black over here. Doesn't want me to share my screen anymore. Anyways, PRELF. What the hell's going on here? It broke previous highs. It won't let me share my screen anymore. It's not letting me. Stupid thing. Broke previous highs, so I would stay above previous highs for support is all. $187, I would stay above 2 at all costs. Can you guys see my screen? It keeps kicking me out. It doesn't like me anymore. I may have to leave just to satisfy the powers that be. I turned off everything that's taken. I'm still live though. Something weird. It doesn't want to let me share my screen. Looks like I'm going to call it a day. I keep wanting to share my screen, but it won't let me. Something wrong. We're being hacked. They're hacking the wrong group. We got nothing to give. Yeah, okay, so anyways, follow JNUG. I got a double bottom on the 60-minute. Make sure we hold support. Watch for the double tops on I haven't seen anything good today. If they want to come attack us when there's nothing going on, then maybe we are doing a good job. I got 60 minutes on S&P. It's holding support. Just stay above 2, man. It looks like it just takes off without any notice anyway, so I would scale in once you get some money over there. Because it did take off hard and fast. Once things take off hard and fast, it always has to come back in. And I would stay above 2 o'clock on PRELF. Let me try to share my screen one more time. It don't like me. Something happened. I can't share my screen anymore. So PRELF, I mean, it took off hard and fast off the get-go, consolidated for a moment, took off again. I would stay above 2. There's a gap at 2. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what their outstanding shares are and what they're diluting. I don't know. The volume looks good. I would stay with the above average volume to make sure you're making the right decision, because you do have volume breaks on each day. Yeah, I don't know how much they're diluting. I have no idea. But I would just stay above 2 previous highs. There's a gap at 2. And something's wrong over here. Something's wrong. I can't get anything done. There's a gap between 2 and 210. I would stay above that gap at 210. Worst case scenario, stay above 2 at all costs. I can't see my screen either. I keep trying to share it, but it won't let me. Keeps kicking me out. So I think that's it for me. It kind of just told me to take a hike. But I'll see everybody. I think we're going to do, Jasper, I think we're going to do a Sunday review so in the room. So you're already in there, so I'll have to send an invite to everybody that's in the room. I haven't picked a time yet, but Sunday evening sometime after the futures markets have opened. And we can do a weekly review and see what's coming up. But other than that, I can't share my screen, so I'm pretty much useless over here. Keeps kicking me out. I keep trying to share my screen, but it kicks me out. It don't like me anymore. So, anywho's, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I thought I was going to get sick, but I'm just fine. Just fine. I think it's because I slept like 24 hours. But I'll catch you guys on the flip side. And let's make some money. I'll see you guys.